Hey there, I'm Brandon, and this is the Dirt Church Devotional. This past weekend I had big plans, going to be productive. I was going to make some things happen, and my plans fell apart. I bought a new box scraper for my tractor, and I was going to go out and do some scraping in the yard, get rid of some of the bumps and the hills and the issues, and then I was going to drag out start marking out a little motocross track for the kids to be able to play on. And things started out good. I was working, the tractor's working great. The box scraper was working fantastic. I went back though to make another pass, and as I was turning, all of a sudden the steering got real loose, and then there was no steering. I could go forward and backwards, but I couldn't turn, so it doesn't do me any good to go forward and backwards. And I am blowing hydraulic fluid everywhere. I've got a major problem. So I shut it down and I climb down and I start looking, thinking, well, I'm going to have to replace a hose, run down to Napa, they'll make me a new one. But as I got to looking, I couldn't find a bad hose. So I fire it back up and I'm looking for the leak, and it turns out it was actually on the steering cylinder, the hydraulic cylinder, and looks like I had blown a seal. So I had to tear the thing apart. Out in the field, I had to tear the thing apart, and I get it inside, and I'm working on it, and turns out it wasn't even a seal. As I tore it apart, I found out the problem, a little bitty O-ring. Little tiny O-ring had split. Cost me a whopping $1.03 once I paid tax on it. $1.03, and it shut down the whole works. And it got me to thinking, oftentimes when we see trouble in our life, we're focused on the big issues. We're focused on the big problems, because those are the ones that really mess us up, right? But the truth of the matter is, the big things aren't so hard to avoid. I mean, think about the 10 Commandments. Don't commit murder. I haven't really had a hard time not committing murder. But Jesus spoke to the issue in his Sermon on the Mount. He said, you know what? You've been told not to murder, but I'm going to tell you that if you're angry with your brother, you murder him in your heart. Well, I may not have ever murdered somebody, but I actually have been angry. Sorry, Brett. So you get me to thinking, it's not the big things, it's the little things that lead to the big things. It's the small things that derail us. It's the little things that are going to cause big problems in our lives. So let me ask you, what are the little things that maybe is causing problems for you? Maybe it's bitterness. Maybe it's unforgiveness. Maybe you're harboring hurt, frustration, discouragement. Can I encourage you to take those little things to the Lord and take care of them? Get them fixed before they become a big thing and shut down the whole works. All right? Chew on that. We'll talk to you next time.